Well, welcome to the Drive Car of the Year 2023 Best Electric Vehicle, priced between $70,000 and $120,000. Now, this is the mass market of Australian EV purchasing, and I tell you what, it is a hotly contested category. The finalists this year, from my right, is the Kia EV6, shown here in Air form. Next is the Volvo C40 Recharge Pure Electric. Next to me is last year's winner, the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Behind me, the Tesla Model Y, and of course over there on the side is the Genesis GV60. Which one of these cars will take the overall prize? Well, let's find out.
Drive Car of the Year is our annual vehicle testing bonanza. We get all the good stuff from the year and get everything together to see which one is best in class. Our impartial and independent team of journalists tests these vehicles on road, then dynamically in a safe environment. For the best electric car category between $70,000 and $120,000, we honed in on efficiency, packaging space, and drivability in urban and rural environments.
Well, joining me now to go through the finalists of this category is Justin, who is our head judge. Justin, starting with the Genesis GV60.
Mate, this is a really good car, this Genesis GV60. It's also the most expensive car we have on test, so naturally the interior is absolutely stunning. All of the judges love the fit and finish and the quality of the interior. However, there were a couple of things on the road loop that did catch this car out.
Although overtly styled and likely to draw attention, the Genesis GV60 is not as spacious on the inside as the rest of the pack. It just goes to show you that out there design can come with some compromises. The interior presentation, fit out and quality is first class however, with high-end feeling materials found everywhere from the roof lining to the lower sections of the doors. It's a fast car too, but also the most expensive car here, which begs the question, how much is too much power? Cars like the Ioniq 5 and Tesla Model Y offer way more performance than you'll ever need, yet come with a far more palatable price tag. They're also both more comfortable than the GV60 on the road as well.
Well, now one of the most hotly anticipated cars to enter the Australian market this year, and already the second best-selling electric vehicle, the Tesla Model Y. Justin, how did it perform?
Woody, I'm so glad we have the Tesla Model Y here. Tesla have long been the benchmark for electric vehicles, and this Model Y is a fantastic car. The performance is unbelievable and it was great through the slalom, but the judges did catch out a few things on the interior.
Tesla's minimal interior design never really gets old. Although the brand pioneered the single big screen layout a few years ago now, there's no denying how intuitive the system is or how powerful it is either. However, it's not all praise, as the brand persists with using a tiny speedometer in the corner of the screen that's not in front of your eyes, and we think it's a little bit annoying. However, the judges praise the cabin space in both the first and second rows and love the way it tackled the evasive driving exercises. For a brand that's relatively young, Tesla have truly built a remarkable car.
Well, now we have last year's winner of this category, the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Justin, we both like this car. How did this one perform?
Woody, I absolutely love the Ioniq 5 just like you, mate. It performed really well on test. Judges loved the way it drove, judges loved the interior, but this is a really, really tight segment, and sadly, there can only be one winner.
Hyundai's Ioniq 5 is an absolute gem of an electric car. Its boxy styling creates a really spacious cabin, and that walk-through first row of seating really makes it feel airy. The quality of the fit-out inside is there too, although it is a little simple and regular looking for what is a stylistic, future-thinking electric vehicle. In terms of the drive, it's great however, with competent handling in all-wheel drive form and plenty of comfort offered by its suspension. In terms of efficiency, we saw close to the claimed driving range during testing, which is another strong point of the Hyundai Ioniq 5.
Another newcomer to market this year that does look a little bit familiar from the front, but at the back we have a swoopy coupe. This is the new Volvo C40 Recharge Pure Electric, same as the XC40, but in a arguably more stylish platform. Justin, there's a lot to like about the Volvo.
Absolutely, I was really excited to drive this car. I love Volvo products personally. They're really minimal, clean and simple. However, this car does have some shortcomings that the judges picked up on the ride and handling loop.
Although not a clean sheet electric vehicle, Volvo has done a great job in outfitting its internal combustion car to become its first ever dedicated small electric vehicle. The judges loved the interior design and how familiar it felt with the rest of the Volvo range, and also praised the quality of the cabin execution. However, on the road it can feel heavy and bulky, with one judge saying it looks nimble but feels anything but. It felt quite firm on the road loop too, which didn't help it at all. Some of the other competitors in this class have done a better job of pulling the wool over your eyes and making a heavy electric car feel light and nimble.
And now our final finalist, another newcomer this year, the Kia EV6, shown here in its most affordable Air format. Justin, this car has been, again, a real impressive product in market this year. What have we found on testing?
Interestingly, this car, the Genesis and the Hyundai, all ride on the same platform, but they feel totally different. This Kia EV6 is an absolute star. It surprised us on the slalom, it surprised us on the road loop, the packaging, the whole thing, everything about this car is just top-notch, Woody, I reckon.
Terrific.
Kia's EV6 is certainly a sporty choice from the mainstream litter on our tests this year. It turned through the swerve and avoid almost elegantly and felt great on the road loop we put it on. Its cabin is one of the bigger ones of the 5 cars on test 2, making it the ideal electric car for a budding young family. We had the entry-level Kia Air on test, but it didn't feel entry-level in any way. It's well equipped, features all of the right safety gear, and proved to be decently energy efficient during testing. In terms of braking from 100 km to 0, both the Kia EV6 and Genesis GV60 stopped in 36.1 metres, or a bit over what a hot hatch would pull up in the same scenario. The Hyundai stopped over 36.8 metres, the Tesla Model Y 37.1, and the Volvo C40 out in front at 37.4. 0 to 100 km times varied too, with the Volvo C40 being the fastest at 4.8 seconds. Next up was the Ioniq 5 at 5.3, GV60 at 5.6, Tesla Model Y at 7.1, and lastly the Kia EV6 at 7.2 seconds.
So 5 impressive finalists in a very hotly contested Drive Car of the Year category, but there can be only one winner. And for 2023, the winner is
the Kia EV6. It takes the category with an average score of 4.2 across the judging panel. It was a close race for second though, with the Tesla Model Y finishing on a final score of 4.0. In terms of our ideal configuration of class-winning Kia EV6, we recommend the entry-level Air trim overall.
The $70,000 to $120,000 electric vehicle category was one of the closest contests in this year's Car of the Year. A lot of judges rightly praised the Tesla Model Y, and it had some stiff competition. It was up against the Kia, Hyundai and Genesis electric cars, which are basically the same vehicle with different top hats. In the end, the judges decided the Kia EV6 was the best value, had the longest warranty and was the best to drive. Highlights for the Kia EV6 include a long driving range, 7-year warranty and a really roomy cabin.
Now, some of the reasons it won, it's a very affordable car in that price range, but it's also got a good variety of options. It's one of the roomiest inside, it has the best driving range of all of its competitors, and it's very well equipped. It's also a lot of fun to drive.
Well, considering this is the entry-level model to the EV6 lineup, it's still a really impressive interior. You've got some very nicely laid out components. There's good storage, you've got cup holders, there's a storage cubby here, there's charge points for your phone, so all the kind of day-to-day and well-expected mods. But being a ground-up EV, you've got extra storage down below. There's a lot of room. It feels airy and spacious in here, as well as feeling highly functional. You've got this great twin screen layout, which is the latest operating system that we've seen from Kia, so it is their cutting edge level of technology. And as a car, and especially as an electric car, it really does give you the taste of the future of motoring. There is a heap of room in the back of the EV6. Being a ground-up electric platform means there is no transmission tunnel on the floor. So you've got a lovely flat floor. There is heaps of legroom and tow room for all 3 passengers across here. And you can see I can really spread out. What's really clever though is that they've integrated the USB ports into the back of the seats and the vents into the pillars. So you've got all the amenity that you want, but it's not cluttering around the centre. Nice thinking.
And also in the back row, you even get a regular 3-pin power outlet. How handy is that? Our Kia EV6 Air on test has a full electric range of 528 kilometres and can charge from 0 to 80% in around 70 minutes with a 50 kilowatt charger, or 18 minutes with a fast 350 kilowatt charger.
The hatchback body of the EV6 gives it plenty of space. You've got 490 litres back here that you can expand with handy remote release levers to 1270 litres, plus under the bonnet there's another 52 litres of storage. Now here in the boot, because obviously you've got electric motors and batteries and things under the floor, there's no spare tyre, but you do have storage for your cables so they don't rattle around. Let's go for a drive. Well, one of the key things about the EV6 that does set it apart from others in its competitive set is Kia have taken the time to adjust the suspension and ride dynamics to suit Australian roads, which is a really, really big part of why this car works so well, basically wherever you are in town or out in the countryside. The rear-wheel drive EV6 has got an efficiency rating of around 17 to 18 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres, which is really, really impressive for a car of this size. You've seen how much room there is. It really is a very usable platform in terms of being both a fast and fun EV as well as being an economical one. There are a number of EV6 models you can choose from. The rear-wheel drive that we have here is probably the best because you get the best level of efficiency from the battery. But if you want more performance, there is an all-wheel drive version and even a forthcoming EV6 GT that basically provides you supercar performance in the practical platform that this car is. There's a full suite of driver assistance technology. Everything is easy to use. And if you have come from another Kia, you'll be familiar with how everything works in this car. And I think as a vehicle that may be your first electric vehicle, the EV6 is a really, really strong proposition and definitely worthy of its Drive Car of the Year Best Electric Vehicle between $70,000 and $120,000.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also visit drive.com.au to read all of our Drive Car of the Year coverage from 2023.